First of all, let me talk about retail and what's really happening in that world. There are like 1,200 enclosed malls in the U.S. right now. A third of them are either dead or dying at this moment. That's just the beginning of what's going to happen with retail. I was just in I won't name the store because it's probably a customer of ours, but I went in there and they didn't have any of the things that I really wanted, and they had a part of what I wanted, but I needed other equipment to supplement, and they didn't have that. And I walked out without buying anything. I thought to myself, why am I even here? I mean, to what end did I come to this store where I probably could have gone online and gotten it there the next day? You go to China and you go into a supermarket, there are no carts in the supermarket. There's no carts at all. You tap your phone. It's all done by QR codes. There's not a mishmash of point of sale technology like there is here. You scan it. You say exactly what you want. Half the store is basically logistics. It's behind the showcase of the store, but it's all your package being packaged up, going through automation and everything in the back happening. And then within a half an hour, it's delivered to your home, within a half an hour. And then when you're home and you run out, you don't have to go back to the store. You basically just order. So there used to be a distinction in retail between what people thought about as online and offline. And in most retailers, they used to have separate departments, online, offline. Mobile is blurring, if not eliminating, the distinction between online and offline. And in the world that I live in Silicon Valley, it's a world where your weapon of choice is algorithms. That's the weapon of choice, right? And the weapon is fed by ammunition called data. And the more data and information you have, the more powerful the algorithm is to make choices. The problem is, for small businesses, they don't have all of that data and information. Remember, if I'm trying to make a personalized recommendation for you, the more information I have with you, the more accurate my recommendations can be for you. The more I can get you what you want when you need it. So we've got to figure out, how do we extend data and democratization of capabilities to small businesses to allow them to compete in the era of mobile phones. Mobile phones are going to make personalization and value propositions for retailers radically different from what it is today. I was talking to the CEO of McDonald's the other day, and in the US, most people pay for the McDonald's with cash. They come in and they walk out. There's no establishment of relationship with that individual. He wants to move that so that you can actually create a value proposition with that mobile phone. You can order ahead. You don't have to be at the line. They deliver out to the curb when you pull up, so you don't have to wait in that line around, that they can, if you always like whatever, a cheeseburger, they can give you a discount on a cheese, whatever it may be. But it will fundamentally change the relationships retailers have with consumers. And if Main Street and small businesses aren't able to compete with that, then you will have the bigger platform companies like an Amazon really start to eat away at what happens. I knew Amazon was already the bigger competitor that they had, but they always thought to themselves, even though they knew differently, but in their heart, they always felt online is separate from offline. And online is only 10 to 12% of retail sales. When Amazon bought Whole Foods, it brought it right into everybody's face that actually, no, there isn't going to be a separation here, and you really need to rethink that value proposition. So you can do it. Like, we've opened up our platform. We're a fully open platform with APIs that small businesses can take advantage of.